Think about the life we live as Americans. The feeling of always on the go, everything being instantaneous, sometimes feeling as if life is crashing in on you and always living stressed out. What if I could tell you there's another life out there that is very different from this? A life where the motto is go slow and everyone truly lives by this motto. I'm going to tell you about a little island in Belize called Caye. We're going to discuss the cost of living, the culture, and the work environment industry in that area. If you're looking to take a break from everyday life to live a much simpler life, I have just a place for you. I have had the pleasure of visiting this island on multiple occasions. What started as a simple mission trip with my church grew into a love for the culture and people in Caye. Caye is one of the best places in Belize to visit if you want to wind down. I want you to fall in love with Caye like I and my family have done. First, I'd like to tell you about the cost of living in Caye, Belize. The cost of living in Caye is one of the most affordable areas in Belize. According to International Living, if you live like the locals do, you can live for around $1,500 a month. This includes your housing, utilities, cable, and internet. However, that can be primitive accommodations. If you want to step up your living arrangements, it really doesn't take that much more. For every dollar you spend in Belize, it's 50 cents in US. Almost everything is imported to the island, but the essentials are cheaper in Caye. The next thing that makes Caye so great is the culture. The culture is diverse and consists of Mestizo, Maya, Garifuna, Creoles, Mennonites, and visitors that never leave. I intend to be one of those visitors one day. With all these diverse backgrounds, the primary language is English. This is a requirement of the education system. This makes it very easy to communicate, unlike other foreign countries. The atmosphere of the island is very friendly and laid back. According to Ryan McDonald, missionary to Caye, it takes a full day or two to realize how slow the pace is on the island and allow your body to adjust. No one gets in a hurry to do anything. Everything's on island time. The people on the island are very kind and at times have a sense of community. Even during hard times, I witnessed the island come together as a community in light of some difficult situations. They were also excited and interested in the fact that a little girl named Lanisha got to come to us to the U.S. and stay with my family to help her talk. She constantly had people on the island checking in on her and to see how she was doing and making sure she was okay. Finally, let's discuss the work environment and industry. Due to this being such a small island, the work industry is limited. The main industries are fishing and tourism. Tourism is growing here, but unlike the typical commercialized tourist spots that you go to when visiting out of the country. There are about 30 hotels or places to stay, and it's one of the few places left in Belize that still has sand streets. The island is approximately 5 miles by 1.5 miles, so the only mode of transportation is walking, bicycles, and go-karts. All the other places have paved or cobblestone streets. There are times that cruise boats come here, but it's generally if they're unable to port anywhere else. The island is so small and contains only about 1,300 people that everyone knows when the ships are coming and they get ready to sell their goods and offer a good time in slow motion. You can enjoy scuba diving, which I highly recommend, and snorkeling right off the barrier reef. Shopping that includes handcrafted items. You can also kayak, paddleboard, windsurf, and view marine life such as nurse sharks and stingrays that you can feed and touch. They also have a seahorse sanctuary on the backside of the island that's very unique. The fishing industry is another big moneymaker for the island. Lobster season is a big deal and where they make a lot of their money and income for the year. One of our family friends, Ezekiel, who is 12 years old and free dives for about 20 feet and brings lobsters back to the boat. They also fish for conch, lionfish, and many others. You can try any of these at most of all the restaurants on the island. Caye is one of the best places to visit in Belize if you want to wind down. I hope you fall in love with Caye like I and my family have done. We've talked about the cost of living in Caye. Secondly, I described the culture. Finally, I gave you information on the industry and work environment. So if you're looking for a fun, relaxing place to vacation or retire, I would suggest Caye, Belize, but only if you want to go slow.